The sources that you people should refer as far as ethics in governance portion is concerned. In my opinion, if there is one source that you need to refer compulsorily, and even if you skip all the other sources in the world, you must not skip this if you are preparing for UPSC civil service exam, that is previous year questions. In ethics, I can give it to you in guarantee that if you put your head down and if you work tirelessly to just solve all the previous year questions that UPSC has asked, since the pattern of the examination changed in 2013 to include the new paper of ethics, integrity and aptitude, you will be in a very solid position as far as paper 4 is concerned. This applies to all the other papers too as well, paper 1, 2, 3, etc. But specifically paper 4, if you cover and if you are able to solve all the questions that UPSC has asked in mains from paper 4, I guarantee you, you will not score anything less than 100 in ethics paper. This is something that I am 101% sure of, because you would find, and I hope that you have seen some of the questions that UPSC asks related to ethics paper. Many of the themes, many of the concepts, many of the ideas are repeated year after year. Only thing that changes is language. Only thing that changes is the way UPSC packages that concept. So even if you look at case study portion, you will find that the case studies, the basic issue still remains to be the same year after year. There will be very few years जहाँ पे आपको एकदम कोई बहुत ही out of the box question मिल जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं है कि बिल्कुल ही सारे क्वेश्चन एकदम repetitive form में या repetitive theme से पूछे जाते हैं. But a lot of questions that will be asked in paper 4, you will find that they are more or less a refurbishment of what has been asked earlier. So if you solve all the previous year questions, ideally you should try to write the answers to all the previous year questions, which means solving means completely writing all the answers to all the previous year questions that UPSC has asked since 2013. And believe me, not a lot of tasks, but it will be a lot of tasks if you never make the effort. At the same time, even if you're not able to write full-fledged answers to all the questions, you should at least have made an attempt to write down the basic structure and approach for each of the questions that UPSC has asked. Maybe you can write down the answers to 30% question, 40% questions. So let's say if UPSC has asked 15 into, let's say 13, it would be somewhere around 180 questions in the 180 to 190 questions in the last 13 years since the pattern has changed and since this paper came into existence. अगर आप उस 180 में से मैं बोलता हूँ 50 क्वेश्चंस भी उनके भी आंसर लिख लेंगे, और जो बचे हुए 120 130 क्वेश्चंस हैं उनका अगर आप केवल बस एक अप्रोच सोच लेंगे और उन क्वेश्चंस के अंदर क्या कंटेंट जाएगा उसके ब्रॉड पॉइंट्स भी लिख लेंगे विदाउट राइटिंग द फुल फ्लेजेड आंसर, you would have done extremely well as far as preparation for paper 4 is concerned. So therefore, this has to be your most important guide in case of paper 4 previous year questions. सब papers के लिए important है, but specifically ethics के paper के लिए ये और ज़्यादा important है. Second is topper copies. This is the second most important source that you need to refer for ethics in governance or ethics portion preparation, because you need to know आंसर्स लिखने कैसे हैं. पेपर 1, पेपर 2, 3 के अंदर आसान होता है थोड़ा ज्यादा. Why? बिकॉज वहां पे कॉन्सेप्ट रिलेटिवली वेल डिफाइंड है. यहाँ पे सब्जेक्टिविटी बहुत ज्यादा है. किस तरीके से आंसर को प्रेजेंट किया जाए, हाउ डू आई एक्चुअली गिव माई आर्ग्यूमेंट्स टू द एग्जामिनर, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ वेरिएशन, एंड दैट्स अ गुड थिंग एज वेल अबाउट एथिक्स. Ethics and essay gives you a lot of liberty to write the answers the way you want to write, to showcase to the examiner what truly makes you different from rest of the candidates. Doesn't mean that you start doing some random things in the exam, but there is scope for a lot of innovation and flexibility in papers like essay and ethics. So it is truly a paper where you can show your personality to the examiner. No other paper gives you that kind of liberty. Optional में तो scope बहुत limited है. Paper 1, 2 and 3 there is some scope, but definitely not as much as paper 4 and as essay. The kind of examples that you give, the kind of compelling arguments that you give to tell the examiner that this is what I believe and why I believe that scope is there in paper 4. So therefore, you will not be able to understand it, how to write answers really well unless you see or go through the copies of toppers from the past. Now, which toppers to refer? It's a choice that you have to make. Only suggestion that I will give to you is look at the topper copies of any of the toppers from last 5 years. Go through some of them and see whose writing style, whose language you are able to relate to the most. And when I mean a topper, ideally look for a topper who has scored 120 plus in ethics paper. There may be some toppers, those who may have scored 110 also. But ideally look for toppers, those who may have scored 120 plus in ethics. And do this exercise today itself. Go back, download a few answer copies, go through a few answers of different toppers, see whose style you like more. See whose language you are able to understand better, whose style you are able to relate more to. Where you think that हाँ मैं भी अगर लिखता होता या लिखती होती तो मैं भी कुछ ऐसे ही आंसर लिखता, or I would have also written it in this manner, or my thought process would also be similar. उनमें से कोई भी 2 या 3 टॉपर्स आप उठा लीजिए और उनकी कॉपीज को एक्सटेंसिवली ऑब्जर्व कीजिए. Observation is not the same as reading. Observation means when I read, I will reflect upon it. If there is something written, I will think about it. Why did this person write this? Would I have written something different? If I would have written something different, what would it have been? If this person has written something like this, if one sentence is written like this and then the second paragraph is written like this, what is the reason? What is the approach that they are adopting for writing answers to case studies? Do they try to do an analysis of who all are the stakeholders involved? Do they try to do an analysis of what are the dilemmas involved in this case? Do they try to do an analysis of what are the values that are at conflict in this particular case? So you see, you will find that there are multiple approaches. Interesting thing about ethics is that no answer is right or no answer is wrong. It is a very subjective matter. And that's why there is such huge variation in marks as well that students end up getting in ethics. So topper copies should be your best friend after the previous year questions as far as ethics is concerned. If you were to take my suggestion, I would say that only refer these 2 sources and nothing else. And you would find that you would have done extremely well in ethics paper. आपको कुछ और कोई चीज करने की जरूरत नहीं है अगर आप केवल ये 2 सोर्सेज अच्छे से रेफर करें. उसके अलावा तीसरा जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट सोर्स है दैट इज न्यूज़पेपर्स. एंड आई विल टेल यू दैट एज वेल दैट हाउ व्हेन यू रीड न्यूज़पेपर्स यू कैन गेट सो मेनी एग्जांपल्स दैट यू कैन यूज इन योर आंसर्स and that will truly make your answers stand apart from any of the other candidates those who are writing the answer. So we will discuss that as well. Anyway, third source could be value added material of Vision IAS. Now, I don't suggest that you read the entire value added material cover to cover because you don't have the time right now. Definitely not at this stage. Maybe after prelims examination, if you think you can do that, but I still don't think you will be able to do that. The way value added material needs to be used is that, and I've told you that I'll be covering this topic in tomorrow's class or in that class or whatever. You read a bit from the value added material related to that particular topic before turning off for the class. And secondly, what you do is that you can also go back to the value added material to see that whatever I have taught, is there anything else that you can add to your content with the help of value added material? So therefore, value added material should be used more or less as a reference. More or less as a reference. I'm not saying that don't read it. If you have the time, if you think that you can do it, why not? But I don't think that you have the time. So my suggestion will be rely more on discussion that we have in the class, whatever notes that you take down in the class, and use value added material to add information. And how will you know what information is relevant or not? Previous year questions. Because value added material can have so many things. I need to know what really adds value to my notes, that I will get to know only on the basis of previous year questions. Then another topic is another source is second ARC report on ethics in governance. So one entire report of the second Administrative Reforms Commission has been dedicated to the issue of ethics in governance. Can you read that report entirely? No. But what you can do is that if there are any specific topics which have been covered in the class and you think that you need more content or more clarity on that, you can go and refer the second ARC report for that specific topic, even though I must admit that a lot of my content that you will see in the class has already a lot of content from second ARC. So you don't really need to go through it, but if you feel the need, it's your choice. Another thing which you can do is that even if you don't want to go through it entirely or whatever, at least read the broad recommendations that have been provided by second ARC report on ethics in governance. That in itself will give you a good idea of, one, what the second ARC is recommending in order to bring in ethics in governance or to make governance more ethical. And secondly, you'd also be able to understand the problem itself. If you know the recommendation, in a way you automatically know the problem as well, right? So at least read the recommendations if you find time. Again, not something which I would say is compulsory, but if you can do it, nothing like